right? Shoulder functions, no problem. The shoulder is a bit tricky. Not tricky, just getting the hole to do what you want it to do is a little bit tricky. Plus it's a pretty long piece that you have to drill through, you know. Alright, you'll see we poked through right there, but you know, really we could go to either side. I personally prefer it to be on the bottom. So like if it's in, am I off camera? If it's in like this, then I'll want the wire on this side. So what I'm going to do is put a hole right next to the that post is where it joins the shoulder, right? So I'm just going to put a hole right next to that, and it broke out on one, but that's all right. That's all right. So this again is a little bit fiddly, but it's totally doable, especially if you're off camera. Makes it a lot easier. Alright, so then these will go through there. And we should be able to pull the whole thing down and lock it in place. Just like that. Right? Now that will still turn. This will still function. Right? That still turns. Right? Now that the hard part's done, we can put our armor pieces back on. Maybe. There we go. And, oh, you know what? There's, gracious, look at the mess. There's two more parts that I didn't grab, and I don't know where they are. Hang on. I've lost armor. Hang on. All right, got him. Sorry about that, y'all. Just to wipe my hands off real quick, just because I got that metal dust on my hands. I don't think I'll transfer any, but still. So these come off and go on. Well, they're supposed to go on. There we go, just like that. Should have done this before the shoulder, but you know, why do stuff in order, right? When it's so much more fun to do it out of order. There we go. And there we go. We have the left arm wired. If we still have a good connection, that's even better. which we do. So, yay. All right. Give me a second. I'm gonna clean up all this debris, and then we'll get on with the next part. Be right back. All right, guys, welcome back. So basically what I've got here, what I did off camera is I just took the midsection and fed the wire through. It's just a hole straight through the center. Slid that on, so it still has a little bit of rotation. You know, I mean, it didn't have much to begin with, but anyway. So that's on. The chest will mount. First, got to put the lights for the chest in. These just slip into place. Make sure the grills are in, right? They slide in, and then this just pops right in place. Sort of like, well, just like that, right? These will come up and out the top. Right? Oh, the yellow tape. Yeah. So this one over here is wired backwards. I don't know. It was late at night, wired it backwards. Anyway, so I had to tape them to make sure I remember to switch the wires. So it's a little confusing, but yeah, don't work late at night. And then that's going to sit right, that'll just sit right on top. I don't know if you can even see that, this thing's enormous. That'll just sit right on top like that, and all these wires will end up connected eventually. And we need the arm. Oh, and we need some poly caps too. Don't forget your poly caps, y'all. These are going to go on these like that and like that, and then they will sit in too many wires. They will sit in, oh wait a minute, one more thing we got to modify, sorry. This intersection right here, need a space for the wires to come through, so just cut that little midsection out. All right, just like that. Just like that. Now, here, let's do it. Let's do it up here. So now this will, these poly caps, let's see, how does this thing work? They will slide in kind of like that. Oh, wait a minute. What's happening? Wait a minute. Oh, I got it. Hang on. Got the shoulder upside down. Alright. Like that. Now, no wonder it didn't want to work. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Yep. Alright. So that'll be in like that. We will have the neck, which the way you tell on this one, there's a slot in the back which fits into the back of the armor, right? But I'm not putting the back on just yet. We're just trying to get it all kind of assembled. But that'll go like that. Now see, this little space right here is where all of the wires will collect when it's all said and done. I'm actually going to do all the soldering off camera because it's really fiddly. But basically, I'll cut all these wires really short, so they'll just be right here. And then when this is attached, right, I'll be able to connect them to the main power cord, right? All these will just get shortened down to little nubs, but it'll all hang out right in that middle section, right? Hopefully. So that's the basic construction there. Like I said, the only other component would be the back, and I'll do that once everything's, once everything's good and soldered. I'll make that connection. So let's see. I think that's probably going to be it for this video. And then the head, I don't know if I mentioned the head, but I modified the head to where I could just pop the face in. I've got the face off camera, right? I can just pop that in from the inside, and then it'll just pop down right onto that when it's all done. So yeah, let me get all these connections soldered, and like you've seen me solder before, there's nothing to it. And the next episode will be the final reveal. Yeah, I can't believe this one was already done. It doesn't seem like we've been working on it that long, but anyway, it's getting ready to be done. So stay tuned for episode 10. All this will be finished. The base is ready. Base is it's over there. It's all ready to go. We'll have all this wired up, and hopefully we'll have a pretty nice looking Gundam. So thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you on the next episode.